Leviathan here, back in the world of Fallout 4. This time we are taking a look at a Nexus mod called Vault 28, the Absent Ghoul. This is supposed to be a voice-acted mod, so that's awesome. I love when there's voice acting in mods. But yeah, having fun, a new pep? Okay. Anyways, so this is going to take place in a very, very familiar place to us all, because we go there all the time. Takes place over near the Rocky Narrows Park, right next door to Grey Garden. So yeah. Anyways, we will be heading over to Rocky Narrows Park, because we're going to avoid Grey Garden, and then walk there. So we will see you guys there in a moment. Okay. Mod author made it sound like there's supposed to be a map marker. Oh, there is. So it's a bit further south. We're going to walk there just in case there's any triggers around it. So yeah, that'll be a thing. And we've got Night Stalkers over there. When I installed this, for some odd reason, it did say that it was overwriting some of the sounds for Night Stalkers, which is interesting. Whee! Okay. Yep, I think I see it there. And we have some blowflies. Let them go about their business. Seriously, guys?
Out here.
Okay. Okay, so nifty, nifty, nifty. Let's go in through the front gate here and actually offer of purchase letter. Okay, who's shooting at us? We're seriously being shot at. Oh! Yeah, hi guys. Raider scum.
Oh, thank you very much.
One more, guys. There we go. Thought the guy in the house was going to be shooting at us here. Or was shooting at us. Okay, I don't know if we should take this just yet, because I think you actually have to talk to the guy in the house first, but let's go in. I think I saw... Yeah, he's got a dog over here. And a little tent for us to sleep in if we wanted. Okay, enough to... stalling. Ding dong! Avon calling. Hello. Chris Fredrickson.
Oh, sure. Just come on in, why don't you? In my day, it wasn't that uncommon for people to, get this, actually knock on a door instead of just opening it.
Been here long. The jumpsuit. I'm going. Apologize. Sure, we'll be apologetic, even though he was kind of rude to us. I'm sorry, it's just... From the outside, I assume the place was abandoned. No offense. As I stare at you.
Abandoned? You ignorant fuck. I'll have you know, this humble home is as sturdy as the day I bought it. I mean, who cares if all the windows are boarded up and there's holes in the roof? It just adds character, you know? Actually, seeing as you are trespassing here, I don't suppose you'd be willing to do this old man a favor.
Engineer. Live alone? Nope, not today. Sure, I'll help. Well, let's talk to him a little bit. You live here alone? This is a pretty spacious place for just one guy. You live here alone?
My, you're a nosy one, ain't you?
Absolutely.
For your information, I used to live here with my husband. But that was decades ago. He's gone now.
Sure. You're an engineer, huh? What's that like?
Well,
Now tell
for
us.
as long as I can remember, I've enjoyed trying to fix things. That's the one good thing about living in the Commonwealth, kid. There's an abundance of broken shit.
Sure, I'll help you. Well, I guess I'm the home invader here. I'd be happy to help.
Really? You would? Well, I wasn't expecting that. I'm not even sure where to begin here. You see, many years ago, me and my husband, Edward, were going through one hell of a rough patch. It was around this time that he started becoming completely obsessed with that damn radio of his. If he wasn't down in the basement working, you could guarantee he was sat in front of that blasted thing. I never did find out who he was talking to. One morning, I woke up, and the guy was gone, just like that. He'd left a note, said he wasn't coming back. I suspect that he went down into the basement, into that tunnel of his. Like I said, we weren't really on talking terms, and I kind of thought he'd lost his marbles. Eventually, I did go looking for him, but I kept getting chased out of there by those damn mole rats. Don't look at me like that. I'm not expecting miracles here. I just need some closure, you know? Here's the key. The basement's down the hall.
Okay. Down the hall, you say. Or down the hall, not the hole. I need to have my hearing checked. Okay, just looking around. Ooh. Edward's journals, radio. I kind of don't want to poke into his oh, that is awesome stuff here. Toy boats, toy boat, toy boat. Awesome. And more journals. Scarbox, okay, cool. And a computer. Oh, no, toys. Toys, more toys. Build it. Boink. Yay. Put you over here. There we go. Build the next one. Oh, I knocked it. Oh well, whatever. Boink. Petratron. Awesome. Oh, he's got no head. Big hole in his head. And build the last one, Mr. Handy. I actually got one of those Funko Pops, Mr. Handies. My mother got me one for my birthday a while back. So, yay. Cool. Toys. Okay. Going down in the basement. Okay. Hey guys. Where's this radio he was talking about?
I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water.
Very neatly set out water there. Oops, I didn't. No, I didn't mean to do that. And tin cans. Okay. Cool. And a bucket. Okay. Oh, there's the radio. Edward's journal. Well, I just don't know if we should read these. We'll come back at the end and read them. So, steal his money while we're down here. Okay. Okay. In tunnel. Oh, bit of a fall, it looks like. Oh, there's a little bit of a ramp. Get a shovel, sure. Oh boy! Oh, that hurt my feet. Uh-oh. Yep, we are definitely stuck down here now. Okay. Said there were mole rats. Nothing's on my radar just yet. Hello? Okay, looks like we got a bit of a maze here. Well... Oh, jeez!
Oh, it's really good to see you. Thank you very much.
Okay, mole rats. Yes, mole rat, mole rat, mole rat. Mole rat! Ooh, waterfall. Oh, swimming hole. Awesome. So get some wine and hub flower. Some nice little seating over here. Wonder if there's anything in the water. Does not look like it, just radiation. Eh. Okay, get out, get out, get out. There we go. Okay. Any more mole rats gonna scare the living daylights out of me? Hey, Albus. I think we went this way. Maybe not. Ooh. Could this be a vault? Okay. Light bulbs. And there's blood, so I guess there was injury of some sort. Okay.
What the? Hey.
Yeah, he's not friendly.
Let's do this.
I don't think you really want to do this. Ow, ow.
Huh?
Those are pretty tough for not wearing armor.
He vanished.
Okay. Reload, 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 reload. Getting shot, getting shot. There's a robot over there. You are a very fat man.
Figure you won't just run.
Oh boy. Wrong way. I'm stuck. Why am I stuck? I'm stuck. Okay. Thanks for showing up, guys. There we go.
Sometimes you get
Anywhere a man can get a burger around here?
Rodney, get up. Okay, so yeah, that happened. Okay, that's an interesting there. Ooh, but we do have stuff here. ammos and all that good stuff. I'm not clearly hiding. I'm standing up and digging through your storage lockers here, it looks like. So. Okay.
Show your face.
Okay.
Come on. I dare you. There you are, you bastard.
There are some things a man just can't let him.
Yeah, punch him.
Slightly burned down, but I'm still smoking.
Okay, well, let's read the bulletin board. See what's going on here, why all these ghouls are hostile towards us. Okay, Vault-Tec for all your Vault news. Remember that hard work is happy work. Upcoming events, Monday 12th. It's that time of the month again, people. Karaoke night. We will supply the equipment, and you can all supply your wonderful singing voices. Remember, if you can't carry a tune, all the better. Earplugs will be available upon request. The cafeteria on floor 2 is where you need to be at 1800 hours. Friday the 16th, a special remembrance ceremony will take place this Friday to remember those that were tragically lost in the vault entrance incident. 3 maintenance workers and 3 engineers tragically lost their lives while carrying out an inspection of the vault's elevator shaft, which became partially barred during the earthquake we endured shortly after our arrival. You're all invited to pay your respects. Saturday 17th. Come one, come all to Saturday's big boxing championship final, which will see Mr. Jerry Adams from our security staff take on Daniel Clerk from our clinic staff. Please remember that gambling on the fight is strictly forbidden. Okay, personnel changes. Clinic staff. We wish to welcome Dr. Elizabeth Whitaker to her new post as head doctor at the clinic. Many of you will remember that Elizabeth was valedictorian of her graduating class, so we've all expected great things from her. No pressure. All of your medical files have been relocated to Dr. Whitaker, and we request that all citizens make appointments for checkups in the oncoming weeks. Maintenance staff change. We welcome Ryan James as custodian technician. Ryan will be responsible for all custodian duties on the residential level. If you have any lavatory issues or a waste basket that needs emptying, Ryan is your man. Message for all students. A message from Miss King to all of her students. Please remember that Monday 12th kicks off the start of History Month, so please bring the correct textbook to class. Any pupils who forgot their books will be sent straight back home. State of emergency. This is an emergency announcement. A breach has been detected inside the vault. All residents are to report back to their quarters immediately and stay there until further notice. This is not a drill. All available security personnel. Your presence is required on floor 3, residential. Dr. Whitaker, your presence is required on floor 3, residential. State of emergency canceled. This is an emergency announcement. It is now safe for all residents to leave their quarters and return to their duties. The situation is under control. Follow up. Under no circumstances are vault residents to enter the storeroom on the residential floor. The room has been sealed pending an investigation. Medical requirement. In conclusions, due to the vault breach that occurred on the 18th, all inhabitants are required to visit the clinic on Monday, 2nd September, where you will be administered an immunity booster. This is to combat any potential side effects that may occur due to contaminant exposure. Please contact Dr. Whitaker, who will arrange your appointment times. Thank you. Okay. Oops. Okay, so, I don't know if they're talking about this breach over here that we just came in through. Let's see if this is probably the same thing. Yep. Same exact thing. Okay, which way should we go first? Ooh, billiards. Ooh, video games. Ooh, door. Bedroom. Edward's Terminal. This is going to be one of those mods where we do a lot of reading. Awesome. Okay, August 20th. I can't believe I'm here. Sat in Vault 28 drinking a cup of coffee and trying not to think about how much my legs itch inside this cast. As it turns out, getting here doesn't go as smoothly as planned. In 10 years I had spent going up and down that blasted ladder, you'd think I'd have inspected it for wear and tear, but no, I guess my mind was too clouded with the goal. As I was climbing down, I heard a creak, which was followed by a snap. There was a brief moment of weightlessness as I was falling through the air, and then darkness. I awoke a little while later to the sight of my leg bone poking out of my trouser leg. There was blood everywhere. I shouted for Chris for over an hour, but he never came. I tell you, who did come, though? Flocking mole rats. So people here seem very friendly. There's a bit of a shock on their faces when they first see me, but it's nothing I hadn't anticipated afterwards. They were full of questions about life on the surface. I've never been so tired just from telling stories. The inevitable question was asked once or twice, why did you come here? Or rather than tell them the embarrassing truth, I decided to play my cards close to my chest. I just confronted the fictional stories, confirmed the fictional stories I told Chris, that I'd heard there was a vault below that needed rescue and that I had nothing better to do. Some buy it, some don't, but nobody pushes the matter. The other news, there doesn't seem to be an Alex here in the vault. According to records, there has never been an Alex here. Seems whoever I've been communicating with gave me a fake name. Okay. So I'm guessing if we read those other tapes, you know what, we're gonna go back, read those tapes, and because it looks like they might have backstory to this. So, so we are on August 22nd. So, be back in a moment. Okay, so we're back up here. I also noticed that there's a note while I was working my way back in the tunnels. So we'll read this real quick. Edward's 2010 journal. They're all titled that. Oops. I should have hit play. Edward's 2010 journal. February 25th, 2110. I'm not going to write more excuses explaining why it's been 10 years since my last journal entry, but I will say that since discovering the Morse code frequency, my life has gotten a whole lot busier. As it happens, Chris and I aren't doing so well anymore. I mean, I was happy to retire with the man I love, but retirement was 30 years ago. I'm 93 now, and I just want to leave. Not entirely sure where, but as long as it's far away from here. It's a funny thing to try and wrap my head around, being this age and wanting to go and start a new life. According to Craig, this too is a side effect of our condition. Still feeling in your prime when you're busy, when you're pushing 100. I suspect me feeling this way also has something to do with Alex, though. Alex is the person I've been communicating with via Morse code all this time. Over the years, we've become quite close. I know it doesn't make sense. How can you develop feelings for someone when all they've done for the last 10 years is beep at you? I can't explain it, but through our lengthy conversations, he told me that he is in fact a vault dweller. I can't help think of the irony. If I hadn't been so determined not to let Vault Tech move us to one of their vaults, I could have been with this person in the flesh. Apparently, due to the numerous malfunctions that the vault has sustained over the years, it's become almost impossible for them to reach the surface now. Alex gave me the coordinates of the vault, and after I've spent days searching the surrounding area for any sign of an entrance, I came up with nothing. Wherever the entrance once was, it's not there now. Craig suspects it might have been destroyed during the quakes that came days after the bombs fell, which means I now spend the majority of my time down in the basement digging. Yeah, Chris is a little crossed with me. Okay. So let's play the next one. Oh boy. So, it would appear that I'm absolutely awful at keeping a journal. I don't have any excuses other than I only feel like writing about my life when I actually have a life to talk about, and not quite frankly, the last 20 years have been a complete shit show. The only good thing is that Chris and I are still together, surviving. We both seem to have adapted pretty well to our new lives. Out there, Chris seems to think whatever happens to us was a blessing. For example, we no longer have to search high and low for clean water anymore. He found that out the hard way. The old fool found a carton of water in an abandoned store, just picked it up off the shelf and knocked it back without giving it a second thought. As it turns out, the water was highly irradiated. He said he could feel it burning all the way down. Well, that was a year ago, and the guy is still marching around fit as a fiddle. March. We met two ghouls today over in the ruins of Concord. Yes, you heard me. Apparently that is the name of our kind. Has been blessed with, according to these two strangers. I have to admit, it was so refreshing to find people who looked the way we do and not be completely maniacs. During our conversations, Chris happened to be drinking some water we found when one of the strangers knocked it clean out of his hands. They explained to us that there was two types of ghouls, us and those who went feral. Going feral depends hugely on how the radiation has affected your brain. Turns out we might have to quit drinking the bad water. April 14th. You know, what I used to take for granted, telephones, just being able to have the occasional chain wang with a friend from the comfort of my own armchair. Those were the days. I was discussing this with one of our new friends from Concord, Craig. It was he who switched me into this neat ham radio idea. You'd think, with most of the world being dead and random pockets of irradiated survivors being here and there, I'd have tried to get one working sooner. It's going to be so nice to speak to people again. I mean, no offense, Chris, but that man is becoming increasingly hard to talk to.